trusted place for dollars to grow.
Yeah.
The two principles behind Spartan U.S. Treasury Money Market Fund from Fidelity Investments. A money fund combines high current yields with the added safety of U.S. Treasury investments. Plus, there's no sales charge. Fidelity guarantees to keep fund expenses low all the way into 1995. Call this number now for a free fact sheet. Spartan U.S. Treasury Money Market Fund. Bringing in the future with safety and security for your savings. For your free fact kit, call 1-800-535-8500.
I don't care.
The minimum investment is $20,000. Call Fidelity today.
Wow.
Now available on video cassette. For the sons of Gabriel Cologne and Watermelon would change their lives.
No, you ought to. Oh, that's what channel so popular.
We became belongers.
Yeah, do it.
One became the law. What we need is the heart to Marshall. Eric
Yeah, do it.
and Adrian Barzon.
Your mouth's moving, but nothing's coming out. Your mouth's moving, but nothing's coming out. Right. Say something, Pooh. Say it. Da 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 da.
Only there's not a great deal of additional new detail coming from the White House these days. White House spokesman Ron Fitzwater did say,
Did you get it to work?
Troublesome issue of Iraqi planes going to Iran, the administration remains very concerned, his words, and the situation is being watched continually. However, Fitzwater said the United States has received assurances within the last 24 hours from a third party that Iran will keep these planes impounded and out of the war for the duration of the war.
Ba 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 ba.
The words of caution and worry from the White House
Micah.
clearly that the relationship with the Iranians has not been terribly strong of late. Put an understatement to it. And so there is continued expression of concern as well.
Frank, is there any indication what the tone of tonight's State of the Union message may be? Where it's going, where it's taking us?
The tone of tonight's State of the Union address we hear continually is one of reassurance. Reassurance on the subject of the war, reassurance on the subject of the economy, an interesting little note, a little change in new initiatives that have popped up, or whether it is in fact a closer reading of the newspaper.
Hi, baby.
Show that
Hi, Andy.
terribly high marks for his handling of the economy, for example,
Focus
in the
now.
Washington Post poll.
What's the matter?
We'll see what's in this
Huh?
speech. There were also
What you doing, boy?
You're not on the subject of the State of
What
the
you doing,
Union,
Micah?
Saddam Hussein's comments
Micah.
Peter Arnett over in Baghdad, where
Micah, Micah, Micah.
Saddam Hussein's remarks show that he is a clear
Micah, Micah, Micah.
He is the reason that the U.S. and the coalition is fighting for
Get you.
Sutherland's Fitzwater's words he must
I
stop.
get you. I get you, Micah.
From the White House, and of course, and we'll bring you the President's remarks this evening, the State of the Union message.
I get you.
at 9 p.m. Eastern
I will
Time,
get you.
along with the Democratic response, which
I
follows.
get you.
The first U.S. troops Robert Mark presented his medal yesterday. Marine corpsman and medic Clarence Connors was wounded by Iraqi shrapnel on January 17th. Connors said he did not want to...
Micah, Micah, Micah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I thought that I was kind of what I call
Happy bye.
it's like, yeah, you were
Say something.
unit and you got hurt, but you still don't want to
You were talking up a storm until I turned the camera on.
if you're going to go through this, you want to go through
Bad boy.
just go through half of the way and then
You bad boy.
getting hurt, just going back to the rear, not going to take your pledge. So I was saying, well, I
Talk.
want to go back, but they're saying if anyone else would have got hurt, they would have to go back and get the same thing taken care of. You know, it happens, you got to deal with it. So, especially with the kind of unit that we have, you can't go up there and try to perform a mission. And if you're hurt, you can't do the full mission. They don't want you with it because you can compromise the whole team.
The Purple Heart, of course, is awarded to U.S. troops who are wounded in action. As our
Micah.
program continues in just a moment, we'll be taking you live to San Diego for an unusual sight, the assembling of a human flag.
Micah Daniel. Ba 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 ba.
I'm Robert Urich, and I've learned something about dogs. Most of them are alike, because of most dry dog foods,
Micah
read
Daniel.
the label, see it yourself.
Micah
Because it has
Daniel.
chicken as the main ingredient, Purina One is high quality nutrition.
You're a rotten booger.
There's really only two kinds of dogs. Purina 1.
You're a rotten booger.
Take the Purina 1
Micah.
yourself. That Purina 1 brand dog
Micah.
from other dog foods. Call 1-800-755.
Okay, I'm turning the old camera off.
Send you a free sample of Purina 1. That's 1-800. Far grimmer. Hard days ahead. In their first dispatches, reporters seemed to be trying to help win the war with their typewriters. Now, racing to remind America the war could turn much uglier. The Los Angeles Times, quoting Saddam Hussein's own words, warned that so far, Iraq's president has done everything he said he would do. What he promises next is artillery shells filled with poison gas and waves of kamikaze pilots armed with firebombs from Saudi oil fields and Israeli targets. The Washington Post quotes well-placed officials who say the coalition has failed to shut down Saddam Hussein's military machine, and key Iraqi assets have survived. Bob Woodward, who made his reputation during Watergate, reports that despite all the surgical bombing and high-tech might displayed against Iraq, 65% of its airfields are operating. Some air defense radar is working again, and only 8 of Iraq's 36 Scud missile launchers have been disabled. Against this bleak assessment of Allied progress in the Gulf, there are other voices. Daily Pentagon briefing, General Tom Kelly says the Allies' glass isn't half empty, it's half full.
We have air superiority. We can go wherever we want, whenever we want. Every time they send an airplane up to do something about it, they get shot down.
Behind the darker tone of recent war reporting may be a trail of unanswered questions. Reporters aren't getting much hard news from the Allied military machine, and without hard facts, they're playing up the worst-case scenario. But where's the truth? It may lie somewhere between the media's dark assessment and the Pentagon's assurances that the Gulf War so far is right on schedule. John Oliver, CNN, Washington.
The families of some U.S. troops serving in the Persian Gulf have come up with a somewhat unusual way to show their support. We're hoping to bring you a report from CNN correspondent Dan Blackburn, who is in San Diego, California. Report on what's going on there, Dan?
Well, Marianne, so many people showed up to build a huge human flag in the parking lot of Jack Murphy Stadium here in San Diego. The freeways leading into the area were jammed for miles around. Those taking part were given red, white, blue T-shirts depending on their position in the flag. 3,600 people were used for the flag itself. They filled in the 13 stripes and the 50 stars. Then everyone else created what they called a circle of support around the waving flag. Police estimate that 30,000 people turned out here to form the huge human flag. The turnout far exceeded the hopes of organizers, who say that posters made from a photo of the flag will be sent to the Middle East.
You guys are going to make sure that a lot of not only get in the military papers to go to all our trips over to Saudi Arabia, but we're going to make sure that a lot of them get distributed through some sources we have to actually the front line of the Persians themselves.
I'm here to support the troops and show them that America's not dead. It's going to show everybody that we love our boys and we support our boys.
What message do you think we have?
All that we love the troops here is in our force. Hopefully safe this, and I hope it's safe.
I think it tells the troops that we're behind them all the way. That was my point. I think that's what people have for them.
Interestingly, they decided to do this just a week ago, and when it was announced, the response was immediate and much larger than anyone had expected. Dan Blackburn, CNN Live in San Diego.
Jen, thank you. Our Gulf War coverage continues in a moment, and also coming up a live report from the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us.
Here's an opportunity to receive a free copy of Millionaire Buckley's historic Agenda for the Nation.
I know about things. They know me through my television so fine, I know my newspaper columns, or maybe one of my black widows, fine novels. But you ought to know about my magazine, National Review. A National Review gives you insights into current events.
and information about important issues from a decidedly different set of priorities. It gives you a point of view that may very well be like your own. I like it because it cuts through the nonsense that normally surrounds most political issues with simple, common sense. And of course, I love the humor. It's a very funny magazine. When you get national news, you have news and opinion you can't find anywhere else. Now, you can't find national review on every newsstand, and this may be your only chance to get a copy.
Call the toll-free number now and we'll send you absolutely free agenda. For a trial subscription to National Review, call 1-800. That's 1-800-257-1227.
Iranian news agency reports Allied forces bombed in a rocket city, sending up clouds of smoke to the border in Iran. The nation reports at least one Allied prisoner of war was killed in an attack on a government building. He apparently was being held as a human shield. The has not been identified. That report has not been independently confirmed. Forces say more than 2,600 new missions were flown today, more than half of them were combat. The rest were on support missions. On another front, the exodus of Iraqi players to Iran continues. Officials now say 80 Iraqi landed on the enemy, 65% of them fighter jets. The Iraqi pilots' motives are describe how Allied a Middle East expert addresses a question facing the Allies. Should they believe Iran's claim that it will confiscate Iraq's until the war is over?
Where we should take the Iranians out to the war. But we need to be careful about assuming Iran years
including seabirds, sensitive seagrass beds, and coral reefs. Environmental experts say they may not be able to do some damage. The boat